Hey, my fellow freedom enthusiasts, it's me, Dr. D, your spiritual midwife. So let's talk about rejection in the journey. Rejection in the journey can be tough, and I know this all too well. I recently know for a fact that me and God, we were in complete alignment. We were on the same page, on one accord, rather. And yeah, I was supposed to be doing this thing. I was in full alignment. I know exactly what I was supposed to be doing. And I did it, and it didn't go as planned. It didn't go as I thought it would. It didn't go as planned at all. And it kind of left me a little bit heartbroken and confused and wondering, like, God, you gave me clear instruction that it was time to do the thing, that it had been long enough. It was time. Get your go bag ready. We're on that. We on that. And it didn't work out. And so I had to sit with that and actually do a little bit of grieving in that process of that thing not coming to fruition, right? But what I realized was just because you get a yes to do something doesn't mean that the manifestation comes simultaneously. I'm going to say that again. Just because you get a yes to do something doesn't mean the manifestation comes simultaneously. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Abraham, yes, you can have a son. Took decades. David, anointed to be king. Took a long time before he became king. Paul, called to ministry. Took a long time before he actually ministered to anyone. I mean, it just, sometimes the yes says, start preparing. Sometimes the yes says, get your mind right. The yes says a lot of things. It is rare that the yes and the manifestation line up completely perfectly for everything to happen right then and there. And I had to remind myself of that because I was so upset that the thing did not happen the way that I thought the thing was going to happen, that I could not believe. I was like, wait a minute, God. You and I talked about this. You told me. I didn't come to you. You told me that it was time for me to do this thing. And here I am doing this thing. And it is not working out the way that we planned. We planned because you told me to do this thing. And that's when I realized that sometimes, a closed door, sometimes a closed door just means something needs improvement. Something needs improvement. Sometimes we need to mature a little bit in a thing. Sometimes we need to mature a little bit in a thing before we can get the manifestation of it, before we can see the fruit of a thing. You get the yes, and there's no maturity for the blessing of the yes. Can you handle it then? Nah, not really. So sometimes the closed door is like, I told you yes. You have to prepare in the process of the yes. You have to mature in the process of the yes so that you can get the manifestation of the yes, the blessing from the yes. We don't want to talk about that though. Sometimes the closed door is redirection. Is it the right place, the right time, the right format even? Look, I got the yes and went full speed ahead, tunnel vision, and realized at the first thought of rejection, I had to think, you got the yes. I did pray about right now, like right now. Got that yes. Didn't pray about where though. Then pray about format of things. I was too busy getting the yeses. I got 2 and full speed ahead. Freight train just a coming. But did I ask about the location? The format of a thing? No, I didn't. And so maybe my rejection was tied to the fact of that's not where you're supposed to be doing that thing. I didn't say don't do it. I didn't say you can't do it. I didn't say it's not meant for you to do it. I did say yes. The answer is still yes. That has not changed. If you got a yes to do the thing, it is still yes. That has not changed. However, lots of times, if we're being real honest with one another right now, like, keep it a buck, you just did not ask all the questions. You did not seek him in all ways. You got a couple of yeses and made up the rest. I'm just saying. We all do it. I just did it. Got a couple of yeses, made up the rest. And was like, yep, this is what we're doing. This looks like an easier route. If I'm gonna be honest, I took an easier route. Even as I'm talking to y'all about this, I'm like, I took an easier route, or so I thought. Got rejection, and now I'm like, now I got to go back and do the harder thing, or so I think. Maybe if I had did the harder thing in the beginning. I'm just saying, sometimes you got to deal with yourself. Deal with yourself. Deal with your ego. It could be an ego test. Because if it's your ego, like, listen, seriously, if it's your ego, when you get to that point where you are rejected, if it is truly your ego and not of God, you're going to drop it. You're going to leave it. You're not going to want to do it anymore. You're not. You're going to leave it behind. But if it's truly of God, if it's truly a thing of obedience for you, then you're going to keep moving forward. You're going to keep wanting to do it. You're going to keep desiring it. And guess what? You're going to keep aligning yourself back up in a way with God so that those questions that you didn't ask, those things that you made up on your own that you should have sought him for, the answers and the guidance for and the advice for and the direction for, you will begin to do those things and it will all be a yes. So then you'll go from I got my yes to do a thing to the manifestation of a thing. I'm just saying. Obedience is success, says it in Hebrews 11. Obedience is success. Lots of times, can you just do what I tell you to do when I tell you to do it? Can you be obedient enough in that? Can you be obedient enough to keep going, even when the door closes in your face? Because if I told you that the land is for you, the thing is for you, the house is for you, the car is for you, the relationship is for you, the building is for you, the job is for you, the amount in your bank account is for you, the book deal is for you, whatever, the passport, the dual citizenship, the moving abroad, whatever is for you, real estate investing, whatever. If I told you that those things were for you, that was a part of your personal freedom journey, of the life that you are meant to live on this earth, and you know that 100% without a doubt, you got your yes. You are being obedient. That doesn't mean that things are not going to come up against you to try to stop you in that process. But that doesn't mean at the first sight of blockage that you give up. If that's what you are meant to do in this world, the things that you are meant to bring to fruition for whatever reason, then that's what's meant for you to do, and you don't just give up. You don't. So what I'm saying is, rejection will test you, but rejection is definitely part of your freedom journey. It is definitely part of your process, and it definitely cannot be avoided. But it will mature you, and it will grow you. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks, because I had a whole plan, but I had a plan. I got my yes and I ran with it. I had a plan, and I filled in the gaps with the answers that I wanted and not the answers that he wanted. So here we are. We're going to do it right the next time. Nothing wrong with that. That's how we learn. The faster we fail, the faster we succeed. That's the way I look at it. So there you have it. Failure in the journey. Rejection in the journey. It'll be all right. It's all a part of the process. Freedom is a journey, not a destination. All right? Meet me here every other week. Let's have a good time as we do this freedom journey together. All right? As I continue to share my journey with you, you with me, and we just do the thing, okay? All right? Love y'all. Bye.